All right, boys and girls, welcome back to Canceled AF Podcast. And just to start things off, Renee, co-host of the year, how you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sorry,
need to
I'm
change
really-
the sign.
I'm really
change it.
my glasses. Fascinating, everybody. My glasses have blue light blockers. And,
So it's messing with you on
oh,
that?
massively with this blue tone. But if I switch it over to green, I can read it.
That's funny.
Isn't that weird?
That means they're working.
Yeah.
I don't know why we started off with that, folks. I apologize. She looked like she was having a hard time, though.
I was really perplexed. It was really fuzzy. I
Anyway,
was like, am I having a stroke?
It's okay. Calm down.
Look
at me. Let's do this together. Take a deep breath. There you go. Take another one. Okay, there you go. Back on track. But what I wanted to talk about to start was way more entertaining than that. But
Never.
No, I've just we've been receiving these calls lately at the place that I take up work, and it's always the same call, and I'm going to do an accent. I'm sorry if I offend anyone, but this is just to kind of give you the idea of what we're dealing with. Again, this is not to offend. This is only to give you an idea of who's calling and exactly how they sound when they call.
Well, we are called Canceled AF.
Yeah, so we're already fucking canceled.
Who cares?
But anyways, it always goes usually, hello, Mr. Thomas. Is this Jin? But my name is Bobby. How can I help you today, sir, with this insurance that you've ordered? What? Yes, is this Mr. Jimson? No, it's not. No. What did you say your name was? It is Bobby?
Bobby.
Hey, Bobby. That's not your name, is it?
Come on, man.
Yeah. And so it finally happened for me again.
Okay.
And I finally got to have that conversation with his name wasn't Bobby. It was actually a little more white. And Bobby's pretty white, but Brent is very white.
Ooh, that's a southern white boy name.
Yeah, so his name was Brent, and he called asking about saying he wanted to talk to us about insurance. And I laughed at that, first of all, because I was like,
same Indian accent.
Oh, Brent. Oh, where I work, we're not going to do insurance. No, we don't need to do that. No, we're not going to. It's okay. Oh, okay. Well, let's just, if you don't mind, I'd like to go over a few things with you. What'd you say your name was again? Is it Brent? Brent. Why you gotta lie, man?
Look, they have
Why you gotta lie? I said, no. This is what I said. I said, why you gotta lie? Why you gotta lie? Your name's not Brent, is it? You can be honest with me. Let's not start this beautiful relationship on a lie.
It's true. They have to be appealing, to us dumb Americans.
They're trying to have an American name to make you feel more comfortable is what it is.
Well, 90 Day Fiance, Jenny fell for it. Chicken Jenny, she fell for it. She fell in love with oh gosh, he used the last name Jones, Mike Jones or something like that. Yeah,
something stupid like that. I thought it was like Brandon.
No, it was
Mike Jones. Yeah,
two one-syllable names.
It's to make them seem more comfortable to talk because they have a normal name.
Yeah.
But your accent is not a
Your
Mike Jones accent.
Gives you away,
your accent
bro.
was not a Brent accent. So Brent, but I said, why I don't think we need to start this off with lies. Okay? So be honest with me. Is your name Brent?
So next time that happens, you need to pick out like a traditional Indian male name.
I do not want to say anything offensive by doing that.
I just say traditional, pick out
But
a
anyways, is it Sumit? Is your name Sumit?
Sumi.
Or Sumid?
Sumit.
Summit. Summit. However she said it 15 different ways. She never said it the same way either. She never said it the same way twice.
Always in a panic chicken voice too.
Yeah, she sounded like a chicken.
Submit.
But no, he hung up after that. Like after I said, let's not start off on a lie. That's not your name, is it?
Click.
Hung up.
Oh.
So Brent didn't like the fact that I called him out, but why try to don't give me an American name, dude? You don't sound like you're from Iowa or Hawaii. You know, like there's a Jeff in Hawaii that I talk to weekly or monthly actually now because they don't need as much now. So monthly that orders stuff and Jeff, it's a white guy name, but he says he's from Hawaii and guess what he sounds like? A white guy named Jeff.
Okay.
He sounds like he plays guitar in his attic on Saturdays with his long white ponytail and his glasses.
In Hawaii?
Yeah, but he's got that the bald with the
he just has
the
a
patch
full,
in the
you
back.
can see his whole face by his voice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys that just chills out on Saturdays and plays guitar next to his window in Hawaii. Yeah, and his name is Jeff.
Okay. I mean, that tracks.
But he doesn't sound like he's from India.
No. But
so
that's a common telemarketer ploy for them, though. I mean,
to
they
have
do
a
that.
name
They
to
have
make you more
American names.
familiar.
Very simple American names.
Oh yeah.
They don't
Definitely.
choose
They
the
don't
off-the-wall
choose
ones.
No.
Like
They
Southern
choose the ones
mamas
that
are
are
giving their
easy.
babies right now. They're not choosing, Braxton or whatever. They're choosing like simple Bob, Jeff.
Robert.
Yeah. Robert.
My name is Robert.
Mm-hmm. Michael.
Brent, your name wasn't Brent. I'm sorry. Now that we've sufficiently bored you to death, Bette Midler.
Yeah, girl.
No, Bette Midler is your girl.
No.
Yes, she. And after this tweet, she is
Unfortunately,
definitely your girl.
She tweeted something that I agreed with.
I agree with it as well.
I watched a video recently of I'm gonna get his name wrong. Bill Maher. Is that the right?
He also said something about.
He
this
said
too,
something that I agreed with, and I went, "What is happening?" It's bad when all the lefties are out there saying stuff that I'm going, oh, shit.
Yeah.
They're right.
I don't know. Well, some people are, I guess.
But they're saying not
you know what?
lefty
I'll
shit.
I'll say why. I'll tell you why here in a minute after we finish this. The tweet was kind of fiery for Bette.
She tweets lots of fiery things. It's just this one was fiery.
That's the sarcasm of it. That's sarcasm.
Okay. Well, it didn't sound sarcastic.
No, it is sarcastic because she's. Are you kidding me? She's always on something about some kind of left issue. She's always on about some kind of left issue. That's why there was the sarcasm. It's rare. It's not in her wheelhouse.
You didn't say it in a sarcastic tone.
Yes, I did.
No.
Yes, I did.
Roll it back. Roll the tape. I'm
done. Back, I was right. Anyways,
agree to disagree.
That's fine. But anyways, as I was saying, it's good though that she said some of the things she said because it needed to be said. Honestly.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The world has gone so nuts.
But
speaking truth.
But in September, we have Hocus Pocus 2.
I know. So she wants some.
She needs to hold off on the incendiary comments.
Yep.
Because that can hurt.
Give it till Christmas. Assuming the world hasn't, just completely gone to shit. Assuming we're still alive by then, just hang on to your mean thoughts until Christmas.
Nah, she needed to say this
and
now,
then
anyways. Though,
fire him off.
Realistically,
no,
I love. Say, why don't you go ahead and read that tweet?
Strangely, me read it. I could read it. Okay.
Yeah.
Her tweet was, "Women of the world." That's in all caps, by the way.
Yeah.
Women of the world. We're being stripped of our rights over our bodies, our lives, and even our name. They don't call us women anymore. They call us birthing people or menstruators and even people with vaginas. Don't let them erase you. Every human on earth owes you. That last part was seeming a little bit extra, but everything else was really, really on point. Everyone on earth is here because of a woman.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So, I mean,
But yeah.
like some people use terms like pregnant people.
Oh gosh, that really kills me. Like
Or people with uteruses.
people with uteruses.
Yes, women have uteruses.
Real women have
Um,
uteruses. I'm gonna go that far.
Well, I mean, the trans community is kind of up in arms because they're
Okay.
like, "Oh, well, her comments not inclusive. It's not her comments are not inclusive at all."
I mean,
It's
it's just I don't know. It's ridiculous. We're getting typical. People are getting offended over every single little thing. But I mean, this one is true. I mean, the fact that you can't even say like women is no longer PC. You have to say, birthing people or people with vaginas, people with uteruses or whatever. It's ridiculous. What are we even doing?
yeah, and well, I mean, see, that's the thing. It's really, really. I don't know. It's like you're trying to co-opt your identity onto a gender that existed before, and gender's not fluid. I'm sorry.
No.
Gender is based on biological sex. What biological sex you're born as. It's based in science. It's not based in make believe like people want to say it is. It is a fact that
Yeah.
gender is based on sex, that you're born as, what you are born as when you come out of the womb. They even have yes, they do scientifically have people who are born with both. But guess what?
And it's like I kind of give
only one works.
a pass to those because I'm like, that could be weird. Like you're born with both, and then your parents have to make the decision. Okay, well, we're gonna raise them as this.
And I think that's actually medically necessary that you have to make that decision.
You do have to make that decision, but I mean, later on down the line, they have something else going on where they're like, I feel like more.
I think that when the person like is born with both, they actually only one works, so that's it.
Yeah,
like, the decision is
I don't know enough
predetermined.
about
I think
it
scientifically, I'm not sure about that though.
I don't know enough about it to really draw that big of a conclusion, but that's the only time I can really see.
That's the thing, though. That's what gender is based off of, and it is a social construct technically, but it's a social construct that is scientifically based on biology.
It's biology.
And so when people start saying, "Oh, well, it's non-binary," no, non-binary is still technically binary, sweetheart. So you're still binary. Stop. And I get it. Some of it. Some people get mad. We're fucking already we're canceled as fuck.
I don't care. People can get mad at me.
People can get mad at me for when I say this, but I get it. You're some of this type of stuff, like gender fluid stuff. I feel like eventually that's going to slow down and erase itself because it's more of a trend thing for people to feel like
it is trendy.
And here's why: because psychologically, what people are doing with that. When they do that whole, I'm non-binary, I'm this. It's because they don't feel like they belong somewhere. And this is basic psychology. You can look it up. People who feel like they don't belong somewhere will form groups and start to form things like some people want to be known as a fucking chicken or a horse, or
right.
And they literally like they're using this to be able to be like, non-binary or gender fluid things. They're using it to be like that.
Yeah.
Like they're called otherkin, I think is what it is. But they want to be animals like deer or dragon, and it's like you're trying to open a gate for people to bring in some odd psychosocial tics. Like not bad psychosocial, but like psychosis in social acceptance. It's not acceptable to be like, oh, well, no, I identify as a deer when you walk up to somebody in normal society. If you say, I'm a deer, hi, I'm Hunter, I'm a deer, people are going to go,
oh, okay. Cool.
Oh, no, seriously, I consider myself a deer.
And then, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go, okay, that's odd. But then just to humor you, I'm going to be like, okay, cool. Yeah,
That's I'm just going to go, okay. Yeah,
You're-
okay,
okay.
Chief, that's really weird.
That's
You're strange, and you should
interesting.
probably talk to
Okay.
somebody about that.
See, here's the thing. I don't care if you want to identify as, a goat or whatever. I don't care. Do your thing. But the second it's becoming a problem where like I can't even, identify as a woman anymore without that being, offensive.
Yeah.
Then that's a problem. Then we've gone too far. Like you do you as long as you're not like, I don't know, being a moron about it. I'm just going to go ahead and say it that way. Honestly.
Fair. That's very fair. No, it's fair.
I mean, if I just can't call things like they are anymore, then fuck it. I don't know. It's like I'm kind of at my wit's end with it all. And like I said, I think I'm also just bothered that Bette Midler, the biggest blowhard ever, tweeted something that made sense. Damn it.
I also get that. That is very confusing.
And I'm really angry about that. I'm really
Son
upset.
of a bitch. I get it. No, it is. It's kind of a strange thing to agree with Bette Midler.
It's like if Joy Behar tweeted something that I liked, I would just rage.
Yeah, right, okay.
That's never going to happen.
Well, no, I mean, it's a conversation that needs to be had of look, you want to identify as they, them, fine. You want to identify as she and you're a he, but you want me to say she for you instead?
Yeah, like, I'm not an asshole.
I'm not going
I'm still going to...
Yeah, I'll oblige.
Exactly.
But the minute that you start calling yourself biological, like you're a woman, you are a woman. You're not a woman. I'm sorry. You're not. I get that you want to be, but that is a psychosis. That is a psychosis. Johns Hopkins identified why people have gender dysphoria, why most people want to become transgender. They identified that as a mental disorder, chemically, a chemical imbalance. But because, and I understand the reasoning, because people don't want to be labeled mental or, like psychologically ill.
Yeah. Nobody wants to be labeled as crazy.
And that's the reason for their existence, and that's the reason for the reason you feel the way you do existing. I'm sorry, but for me, that's important to know. If I were transgender, that would be important for me to know. You want to know why? Because that means that I have some kind of disillusion, some kind of depression about myself being a man and not being born a woman like I think I should be. I need to go to a therapist to make sure that I can control this depression. Because guess what kind of community has high suicide rates? The transgender community. One, because of, I need to get closer to the mic. I'm being unprofessional.
I can still hear you. It's fine.
One, the transgender community has a high suicide rate. And it's because of those issues, they need to take it more seriously and go, okay, hey, look, guess what this rectifies? It rectifies everything you've been saying your entire life. I didn't choose this. I was born this way. You were born this way. Technically you were.
Yeah.
And it may be a chemical imbalance, but nobody's saying that you're crazy. Nobody's saying you're insane. They're just saying, hey, this is the reason you feel this way. Here's how we can help you stabilize yourself and keep yourself happy while you're pursuing this lifestyle. Mm-hmm. Instead of the possibilities of heavy depression and suicide. And I think that's important. I think that's important for that community to accept so that they can combat the things that will cause suicide in that community.
Yeah, I feel like they're not really exploring all avenues there. It's kind of like they're just going with, oh, yeah, you can be whatever you want to be. And
instead of thinking, we need to look into this and maybe.
Realistically, though, it's the trans community isn't that big of a
it's not.
They
it's
take
really
up a
not.
very small percentage of the population.
Yeah.
But so much of this is just, I don't want to say like we're all just catering to them.
A large majority, because there are a lot of people that are in the trans community that I've followed on YouTube just to kind of get their perspective on life.
Yeah.
A few of them are conservative. Like, I mean, a few trans people are very conservative, and they will say, look.
That's an oddity.
And some of them will say, look, I am trans. I feel the way I feel, but that doesn't mean that I'm this, and this. Here's my take on my lifestyle. I knew this. I knew that I liked. This one said. She said I knew I liked guys. I knew at a young age that I liked guys, and she even shows pictures of what she looked like as a boy.
Mm-hmm.
Cute little boy, just a sweetheart. Like it just, as a parent, you go, oh,
yeah.
Let me tussle your hair, buddy. Just adorable little kid. And then now that they're. To be honest, this person's like maybe 5 to 6 years younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
So they're about my age.
Yeah.
And I say, they were cute as a kid. But it's because as an adult, I'm like, looking through parents' eyes, I see all children as, kids.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry.
Okay.
You're a cute kid. You're cute. You're adorable. Like one of those tussle your hair, go play baseball, and get out of my hair while dad drinks a beer. And watches baseball and falls asleep, but yells, "Don't change the channel" when you wake up because they can't change the channel. And they were asleep; they were snoring.
Yeah.
But no, and she gives a lot of good takes, very good takes. Reviews a lot of people that are in the trans community, and she goes, "Look, this is scientific. This is why most people do this, and it's to combat the effects of depression, so that we can, live a happy life and still be who we are."
Yeah.
And there's one, Blair White. She's actually one of the top notch ones for if you want to watch. She's for if you're more conservative. She's very conservative, but she talks about how she transitioned and how she's like, at a point I wanted to transition. I feel like if I did transition, I'd want to transition back, so I held off.
Yeah.
And she says, I'm a lot happier that I held off because I know a lot of people that have transitioned and some didn't make it because they committed suicide. They got so depressed, and then some regretted their decision. So
they'll
it's
transition
so hard.
thinking it's going to be easier on the other side, and then it's not. It's not going to solve all your problems. It's kind of like, you can say that with anything, not even just like trans issues, but being like, you're depressed and overweight, right? And you're thinking, oh man, if I lose all this weight, all my problems are going to melt away. Well, then you're going to be depressed and skinny. It's still the same.
Yeah, no, it's
not going to solve all your issues.
It's not, and it never does. So that's just, but that's a long discussion, and I really don't like talking about it because I don't like offending people. But at the same time,
I don't like offending people, but it's at a point now that
it is erasing women. It's erasing biological women and saying, oh well, you can be a woman if you're not a woman.
That if me agreeing with this tweet, that again I'm upset that I agree with, but me agreeing with this tweet, if that makes me transphobic, then so be it. I'm transphobic.
But you're not trans. But you see, that's the thing. You're not transphobic. You're just saying.
Not.
You're just saying,
I try to
hey,
respect people the way
feel.
that they want to be treated. That's like the golden rule, I think. Treat others as you want to be treated.
But admit you're starting to feel disrespected. Heavily.
Yeah, I felt that way for a while, though, I guess. Not even just as a woman, just like, the whole fact that people can't have a conversation without getting offended. That people can't see where I'm coming from, and
or
they
just
automatically assume that I'm
going
to just diss their opinion. Like, it drives me crazy. We
It's
can all
like
be different and see things differently. It's what makes the world go round.
It's kind of like
fine.
how people from the city think that people from the country are stupid.
Yeah, we're all just...
And the majority of the people that go to university are people that come from like small rural towns.
Sure.
They end up going to college. It's true. Small rural towns end up going to college more often than
all us southern
people.
folk are just like, on hee-haw, just...
Yeah, of course.
Being complete jackasses. I don't know.
You are. You guys are out there, hillbillies.
Marrying my cousin.
Well, no, that's not true.
No, I did not, for the record.
No. Yeah, I'm not your cousin. That would be weird. This went off the rails quick.
You're welcome.
Thank God we have to get in some depressing fucking news.
Again.
So, it's at the point where, we need to do a little more than what we've done in the past. Need to start getting some kind of intelligent, and I do mean it can't be this stupid, ridiculous, emotional shit that Democrats are always trying to pull, but some kind of intelligent gun control. Intelligent. There is an intelligent form of gun control. We just do not have the ability to do it.
Have you noticed their new thing that they're doing right now? whenever there's a shooting, what do they say about the gun every time? Have you noticed?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so
It's an
pretty
assault
much
rifle.
no, not the type of gun. I mean, yes, but not the type of gun. It's always a gun that was purchased legally. It's always, and they got it legally, guys.
Yeah.
They always throw that in there as if, you know.
Well, here's the thing. I would throw that in there this time.
This time, okay, so for this one, and before we get too far into it, of course, we're talking about the shooting that happens
In Highland Park.
in Highland Park at a Independence Day parade, right?
Yeah.
And this guy, I hate to stereotype, but looking at his picture, you can tell he's off. There's something off
about him, yeah.
But he seems to be...
It's the way his eyes are, the way his face is. There's something going on with this guy.
It's like the lack of chin and everything. There's something. But anyway.
Wow. Way to go after his looks.
I'm
mainly.
looking right at him. It's a very alien-shaped head almost.
Kind of like fetal alcohol syndrome.
See, that was mean.
No, that's honest.
But
it
no,
could be
this
that.
guy was clearly mentally off. And I think from what I'm reading on multiple articles here, he was just widely ignored. They're like, yeah, it was
emotionally
weird.
widely ignored, like his parents
it was weird.
ignored him.
He, kept to himself. He lived in an apartment with his uncle, I believe. And his uncle was like, I lived in the front part and he lived in the back part. We never saw each other.
Yeah.
It kind of sounded like a duplex situation because he said, I haven't been in his apartment in months.
Yeah.
The uncle said that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do you not? I mean, even just simple things. Hi, hello, how are you? I mean, this guy had to have been deeply depressed or something. I'm not trying to give him a pass by any means. What he did was horrific.
Well, no, I mean, the people
awful.
There were a lot of people that did a lot of collaborations and projects with him because he was in this, lo-fi DJ called Sleepy Squad.
Something, yeah. He had some sort of music thing going on.
He had rap, and he was doing like lo-fi rap for lo-fi beats like Study and Sleep.
Okay.
Like we used to, the Raccoon.
Yeah.
Like we used to watch when we were cleaning.
I like that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
actually.
He was doing that kind of stuff, and his friend said he was an apolitical troll, so he would troll both sides. He didn't like politics.
Okay. He was a churchgoer. I don't know if that counts for anything, but he was a longtime member of Church of Christ, or Christ Church, member of Christ Church, Highland Park. He went there.
See, I didn't see any articles saying that he went to church. Everybody said that he was just kind of distant, like he never went anywhere.
People from the church said he was distant. He mumbled. He didn't really speak clearly. He was just very quiet.
So
kept
this
to himself.
Damn, man, like
he has all those social markers of someone who might need someone to kind of reach out and be like, "Hey, buddy."
I'm going to dip into one thing that is factual that they have said in each report that I've looked at. That is, I think for me this is more annoying because first of all, the dude had been arrested for having knives on him before. Why the fuck was he able to get a gun if he was actually arrested and had those knives taken away?
That one didn't say
yes,
that.
There's a police report for him. He
How long ago was the arrest? He
I
was
don't
22.
know, but it doesn't matter. It would key any
it
kind
should
of
have
arrest
come
on
up
your
on
record
a
with a
background
weapon
check
would
when
come
you
up.
purchased the gun legally.
So we need some background check laws, a little stricter background check laws. Now, red flag laws, boys and girls, I'm going to tell you this: red flag laws, that's a no go. That's a no go because any little thing that maybe you say something online that maybe somebody doesn't agree with politically, they know you have a gun.
Yeah, that's opening up to opinion, and that's a problem.
And that means people can lie about you.
But factual things such as arrest records, that should definitely be put in there. I did not see that he was arrested before.
He had knives on him.
But he had a high-powered rifle, and of course, his uncle didn't know he had it. Shocker. I know. It's like
it's easy to blame guns, but honestly, I'm sorry, it's people. It's the
people.
Consciousness of people.
I never
it's
blame
the mental aspect of people. We need to start we need stricter background checks is what I would say. honestly.
Background checks, of course, in this case, like
Stricter
I said,
back. And like maybe a little waiting period, maybe a 3-day waiting period for any kind of rifle.
at minimum. Yeah, something. And like I said, in this case, this guy just needed mental help, clearly, and no one was recognizing it, you know?
Maybe if it's near a holiday, do an extended waiting period. Like you can't have any weapon. You can't.
Well,
do any
I don't
weapon
know when
sales
he
during
bought it.
holidays,
It said
so.
he had been planning it for weeks.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just sad all around because what was the official death toll? It was
7.
And then one story that I read to you before going on air, I said the headline of the article was that a 2-year-old child lost both of his parents
Because they were protecting him.
They were protecting him.
Yeah. Good parents. Good for them. They did the right
Good
thing. They did their job as parents and they protected
sad.
their child.
That little boy's living with his grandparents now. But very, I don't know. So it's like I never blame the gun in these situations. It's definitely
it's always
people.
the person that has it, because the gun doesn't do anything. It's just a weapon that's wielded. It's the tool.
I said the same thing when we talked about Uvalde. You know, evil is evil. People suck. Just period. I mean, to simplify
Uvalde, it turns out, is turning into a multiple reason of things is why that all went down, and that is insane.
I haven't looked into that lately. I think because I don't know.
Yeah.
I couldn't emotionally take it for a while. I'll have to look back into it. But yeah, but like I said, even if you were to ban all the guns magically, somehow you magically poofed away all the guns, people
Bad
are still
gonna have guns.
They're still gonna find. I hate using
They will
this
find a way.
example, but it's true. I mean, it goes way back into the beginning of the Bible, even, you know, Cain killed Abel with a rock.
Yeah.
Gonna find a way.
Yeah. No, I mean, they're going to find a way to get a gun.
Yeah. Find a way to kill people.
Bad guys that have been used to doing things a certain way.
For the
will always
Boston
find a way.
Marathon, he built bombs, you know?
Yeah. Somebody, and he was a refugee from another country.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
We need to start psychoanalyzing some of these white boys out there, okay? Some of you white boys may not need to have guns.
I think just don't stereotype people and just assume everyone's a shitbag. I don't know.
I don't know, man. Everybody is a shitbag to me.
Everyone is a shitbag.
I think everybody's a shitbag.
It's kind of like
you should all think everyone's a shitbag.
Kind of like when you're driving. You know, the number one rule when you're driving is
everybody's
you assume
a shitbag.
Everybody around you is an idiot. I will teach my kids that when they get behind the wheel. Is rule number one: assume everyone is an idiot.
But no, it's sad. It's sad. It's sad that this keeps happening. It's sad that it continues to keep happening.
It's a cycle. It happens. People are going to send thoughts and prayers. We're going to argue about gun control for a while.
And then it'll disappear.
And then it'll disappear. And then it's going to happen again. And then the cycle just keeps going round and round.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. And I don't agree with it. I mean, I think we need to do more to kind of... We need to do two things at once. We need a little more, not inconvenient and intrusive, but a little more restrictive but not intrusive gun laws. Intelligent, restrictive but not intrusive gun laws.
Yeah.
Intelligent.
I think I've lost
faith. We can't use emotion to
I've lost
make
faith
a law.
that anybody can do anything intelligently, at all.
That's true.
I've lost faith in that.
That's very true.
A long time ago.
Happy anniversary to Ozzy and Sharon.
Oh, okay.
By the way, that just popped
happy.
up. But what was the kid's name? It was Crimo.
I don't know. Okay, it's Bobby. Crimo. So I don't know if that's Crimo or Cremo.
Is that like a Greek last name?
It sounds Italian to me.
Italian?
Because he was the third on top of that. You know how I'm stereotyping. I'm sorry. I'm already canceled. You know how Italians love to just name everyone the same.
It's okay.
They love to name everyone the same thing. You know? Oh, this is my son Bobby, and then that's his son Bobby, and then that's his son Bobby. You know, it's Robert. Robert. It's all, you know, the same. So he was the third Bobby.
Yeah, well, you know, Bobby. Hey, Bobby.
Bobby.
Get over here, Bobby.
Exactly.
Yeah, see, okay.
So I feel Italian. Also, this was in Chicago. Does that mean anything?
Yeah. Yeah. Means it was
like, am I-
gang related. No, I'm joking.
Well, I mean, initially when I saw that there was a shooting, I went, "Oh Lord, okay."
Yeah, when I saw it was in Illinois, I was like, was it Chicago?
Yeah,
'Cause,
it was a
I mean,
suburb.
I'm not trying to make light of death, but Chicago is infamous for
But
its
this one
violence,
was just
so,
a
you know?
random, kind of like the guy, the year that our son was born, a couple days after he was born. You remember the guy in Vegas that just shot at everyone at a music festival?
Yeah, I remember that.
Just
Yeah.
random, just evil, just just being terrible people,
Just being dicks.
just being dicks, just for the sake of being a dick. That was horrifying.
That
but
was
also,
well. This is horrifying.
Yeah, it
this
was
is horrifying. There are children in the crowd.
absolutely. But with that one especially, I felt because I was hormonal as shit. With the one I just referenced. Back in 2017 with the Vegas thing. I think I actually had a good on cry about that one because I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, no, I get it. You don't want to bring a child into a world like this.
No, you don't.
So I get it. I understand. It's not. What's going on now isn't fun. I mean, America's in a bunch of shit. We've got one of the worst fucking presidents out there. This fucking
Everyone's
his
too
presidency is so
preoccupied.
shitty. We just came off of fucking dumbass McDummerson as president.
Yeah, I've lost faith again in having a competent leader. I don't think we're ever going to get
It's
one
not
again.
going to happen.
And
No.
people are too busy arguing about things that shouldn't matter, about who, about who and what gets them hard and what they're attracted to. Like, I don't care. Like, let's stop. Like, we're just talking about like sexual things and focusing on things that shouldn't really be that big of an issue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like if you wanted to put together a really amazing army of masculine men, I don't think you could now. Cancel me.
You
Go
could.
for it.
I'd be in that. I'd be
You'd
in that
be in
army. I'd be in the army of macho men.
You'd be there. Macho man.
Masculinity
Masculinity it's dwindling, and it's dwindling fast, you guys.
It is. No, it is. That's very fucking true. That's very true. Masculinity is becoming a thing of the past because everybody wants you to be sensitive and everybody wants you to be soft.
It's
and
too offensive to be masculine.
it's offensive to be a man now.
Sorry.
And I'm
Sorry,
sorry,
babe, you're
I'm not
offensive.
going to deal with that shit. No.
You're too offensive.
I am offensive. I'm offensive on purpose. I
Just
love it.
just right out of the gate, and you just wake up in the morning and
And
you're
I'm
offending
offensive.
people.
I get it. I love it. I love it that way. I wouldn't have it any other way.
But no, I
You don't
mean,
like me?
seriously
Fuck
though,
you.
I feel like if shit were to go down and, like we were like thrown into a war, yeah, we got a lot of men out there who are, and women, of course, who are doing frontline work and everything that they need to. But it's just, I don't know. Everyone's gone soft, I guess is what I'm getting at. I don't know. It's scary to me if I think about it.
Well, it's best not to think about it, even though I know that's difficult.
I don't
It's
like
best
doing
not to.
no thinking.
I get it. It's okay. It's you're the fairer sex, as they used to say in the past, to be offensive as shit.
Yeah, I've said they're
the fairer
I've
sex.
said plenty of offensive things of this show, so whatever.
Suck it. Suck our dick.
Suck my dick. I don't care.
Suck my dick. And with that, we move on to the next article that I wanted to bring up because this one just deserves a good conversation. But first, boys and girls, head over to canceledaf.podcast on Instagram and go down to the bottom. Click those 5 stars and give us a review if you're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Spotify as well, so review us on Spotify. We're on Amazon. Review us on Amazon. 5 stars, boys and girls.
Subscribe to it so
And
that when we
subscribe.
drop an episode, you'll see it.
Yeah, that next episode, when you want to hear somebody be offensive as fuck in your ear and say, fuck, and you say pussy.
I don't like that word. I will say anything you want, but I won't say that.
Or that.
Or that.
But yeah, no, we will be offensive as shit. We will tantalize your eardrums with our voices every Wednesday, because that's when we air these motherfuckers.
Wednesday-ish. No, it's Wednesdays.
It's Wednesday night, Thursday morning,
Thursday
pretty
morning.
much. So, but no, it is, and we love throwing our voices out there into the ether and seeing what listens back. Anyways, that's all I have to say about that. Also check out WTF Is This Sportscast. We do a sports show, and we also have a paranormal show, Paranormal Rabbit Hole. Check them out if you want to get drunk and talk about paranormal stuff.
Oh, we drink on that show?
Yeah. I told you could come on.
Sweet.
So
we need to do some true crime.
I don't like true crime. It's such an oversaturated market now.
I know,
Let's do it.
That's where the money's at, you guys.
Let's do it. You got to do the research for it. I'm not doing any research.
Fine. I'll just let you be along for the ride.
I'll read it.
Okay.
I'll read it if you want me to.
Okay.
Because I don't mind reading about them. I like reading about them. It's good. It's always good. It's sexy to read about killing people, apparently.
That's
why does that
what
become
turns
a thing now?
white women on. Nothing turns a white woman on more than settling down into her couch at the end of the night. She put the damn kids to bed, okay? Do not bother me, kids. Mama is going to watch her murder documentaries.
Cult
Leave me alone.
docs.
Okay? And
If we do murder, we got to do cults,
a
too.
woman more excited.
Moist.
Nothing gets more moist than watching a murder doc.
Could we please title this episode "Nothing Gets a Woman Moist Like a Murder Doc"? Because I think that would fucking sell.
And then they're going to be very disappointed.
Oh
when
God,
they hear
this is
the
a horrible
beginning
show
of
to
the
say
episode.
that. Yeah. Sorry about the shooting.
Let's not.
Let's not call because that. Oh God damn it! Yes, thank you for doing the right thing, Renee.
You're welcome. That's why I'm here, I think.
But no, fuck.
Oof.
That could have gone wrong
Crisis
real
averted.
quick. Unless we had a conversation about that right now, which could save us. But we'll save that for next time.
Yeah. We're canceled. Who gives a shit? Let's go.
Let's do this. But this is something I wanted to talk about because I thought you'd fucking love it because I fucking laughed my ass off at how stupid this guy was. And I'm really considering going to. I found him on tweets.
I do love laughing at stupid people.
I found him on Twitter, and I think I'm going to say something and get banned from Twitter. We'll talk about that in a second.
We should see how long it takes you to get banned. Twitter bans, are they as sensitive as Facebook? You can go on Facebook and just say cunt ass bitch, slut ass whore, and then instantly they're gonna ban you.
I've already got one strike.
Oh, you got a strike? It's a strike system?
Yeah, I got a strike for calling someone cunty. Or cunt-like. This is what I said. Your cunt-like behavior. And they gave me a strike. I don't fucking care. I'm barely on Facebook. I think it was just one thing that somebody said, and I was like...
Oh, bitch ass, slut ass whore. Throw that one out there and see
what is that from?
It's from 90 Day, unfortunately.
Oh God! Oh God!
That's Family Chantel, I believe, which I'm not as familiar with.
Yeah. That's the mom.
Bitch ass, slut ass whore.
Yeah.
That's the title of our episode. No, it's not.
So an employee at the Universal Music Group claims he was fired for speaking up about abortion rights after he admitted he refused to work. My two least favorite words that come before a sentence that says a woke employee.
Okay.
Says he refused. A woke employee says he refused to work. Refused and work.
Yes.
My two least favorite words.
Refused to work.
No, that's three. Refused and work are two.
Okay, gotcha.
See, I said two. Okay. I know what I'm doing. I'm counting.
Math is hard.
It's hard for me.
Like
but refused and work in the sentence don't belong together. Because he was in mourning over the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. One Michael Lopez, a production coordinator at Universal Music Enterprises, blasted the company as anti-gay for terminating a queer brown person during Pride Month for speaking up in defense of abortion rights. Sweetie, they didn't fire you because you spoke up about abortion rights.
No, they fired you because you didn't want to work.
They fired you because of this. So last Friday, like countless other folks, I was devastated by the news of the Supreme Court's attack on abortion rights, Lopez wrote. Paired with the flood of anti-queer and anti-trans legislation, it's been hard to process how companies expect us to be productive while our rights are being stripped away. Lopez then went on to explain that each Friday, one of my tasks was to process reports for upcoming releases and then email his work to 275 people. So right there, that's 275 people waiting for you to do those reports.
I'm thinking in my job, if I had that many people at an email, like if I had to send out a report of some sort and they all needed that report to do their job and I didn't do it, I would be in trouble.
Here we go.
What happens?
Okay, so this is on his personal page. I'm a queer brown person, and I was fired during Pride Month for speaking up in defense of abortion rights at Universal Music Enterprises, a subsidiary of the Universal Music Group. Last Friday, like countless other folks, I was devastated by the news of the Supreme Court's attack on abortion rights, paired with a flood of anti-queer and trans legislation. God, I wish we had a Bob so he could act and do like a voice. We need a producer. It's been hard to process how companies expect us to be productive while our rights are being stripped away. Michael, none of your rights have been stripped away yet at all. Yeah, so shut the fuck up.
He's not a woman. I'm sorry, excuse me.
He's a gay man.
I have to pander to the stupids. He is not a uterus owner, a birth giver.
No, we don't fucking no, stop. Let me stop you right there. First of all, this is my story. Okay. We do not pander to idiots in this podcast, okay? If you can't get it, then get with it. We've already talked about that. You know how we feel about it. Fuck you if you don't like it. Suck my dick. Billions of quiet Americans who are the silent majority agree with me. Shut the fuck up about your shit. Live your life. And live your life your way and shut the fuck up about it. Stop trying to make everybody else believe what you want to believe. Stop. Just leave everybody alone. Do your thing and people will leave you alone. Okay? That's the lesson of today. Shut the fuck up and live your life and stop trying to shove it down people's throats, just like you don't want them shoving religion down yours. Okay? All right? Nobody wants to see your fucking lifestyle out on the streets. We want normal behavior out of people, not fucking psycho-ass behavior because you feel like you need to tell us that you're, trans or gay or something. And something. Dude, just be like, hey, I'm gay. And we'll all go, oh, okay, well, I appreciate you coming out to me because that's a big step, first of all. That's huge.
Cool, bro.
I appreciate that. That's an honor. Second of all, awesome.
Moving on.
Is that it? Cool. Let's get you a drink. Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate you coming out. That's great. Live your life. But don't try and go out there and go, well, this is my life and you have to talk the way I want you to because it's offensive to me if you don't, even though it's not really offensive to me technically. So shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up and live your life. It's like Dave Chappelle. You know what you can do? You can shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Uh-huh.
I said that last week when we talked about this. They can shut the fuck up. But especially when the company has been donating to several of these politicians. Every Friday, one of my tasks is to do 275 emails about these reports for releases. I don't know who's on it. I just knew it was the email list with the most people that I had access to, so I sent the following message. I didn't do them today. I am in mourning due to the attack on people with uteruses in the U.S. Federal granted access to abortion is gone. Vivendi and Universal Group must stop donating to anti-abortion and anti-queer and anti-trans politicians like Marsha Blackburn, Ken Buck, Victoria Spartz, and etc., or accept more unproductive days. Yours in fury, Michael Lopez. So, the immediate aftermath was several supportive emails from other coworkers and a manager calling to tell me to take the rest of the day off. I appreciate the love from my coworkers, and I figured based on management's response, there was a good possibility I might be fired as a result.
Well, good job.
But I was proud letting my allies know that our company has been donating to these politicians. Around 9:30ish today, and this is on Monday, around 9:30ish today, fucking fucking bug.
You okay?
Yeah, there's a bug. I got a surprise Zoom video call from HR. I was being let go.
That's never a good sign.
I was being let go for paraphrasing, not doing your job, disrupting the day of 275 people, and poor judgment. I was told to log out and that a courier would be there to pick up my laptop from my apartment within the hour. So you're working from home, dude. You fucking got to be kidding me.
I know, like
pansy.
that. Like you're already a pansy, you know, which everyone's working from home. You're not a pansy working from home, but you're already a pansy.
You're a pansy for working from home.
Working from home, and you're too pains to keep working from home because you're sad for women who can't.
And when we say
abortions.
pansy, we mean you're afraid to go out and back into your office.
No, some
That's
of them.
what I'm saying.
Some companies just did that. Like mine.
No, I get that, but he's probably one of those guys that
he might be. There's a good half of a good 50% of
he
people
seems
in
like
my
one of those guys that
who
would be like, I don't want to
home.
go back into work. I just don't feel like it's a safe environment to go back into work with this still around.
People want to work from home anyway, though, because.
Anyways, look.
Yeah.
You're taking up my time for this, okay?
I'm sorry.
He sent a follow-up email anticipating that he would be shut out of his computer very soon. Hey, y'all. Just got fired for this email from Friday, so they're letting you know. So I'm letting you know where they're letting you know where they stand on employees speaking out on politicians that support marginalization of folks like me. A brown queer person terminated during Pride Month speaking in support of abortion rights. Seems like that's exactly what America is all about right now. Peace out, Michael Lopez. I don't speak for myself, or I don't speak for my former company. I speak for myself and employees that will suffer under these discriminatory laws. Their actions today, their silence on Friday, are indicative of their motivations. Profit at all costs, solidarity only if it's profitable, and above all, it's maintaining the status quo and saying, fuck you to the working class, because that's what happened today. No, sweetheart. Do you want to really know what happened?
Work.
Do you want to know what really happened? 275 people whose job requires you to send them these fucking reports were waiting on those reports. Guess what they had to wait for all fucking day now, and somebody else had to go do and probably do twice as much work because you didn't feel like working today because your email says, I didn't do them today. I'm in mourning, blah, 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 blah. And then you said, our company must stop donating to anti-abortion, anti-queer, anti-this, anti-that, and to these politicians. Or, and here's your email, motherfucker, you dumb piece of shit. Here's your fucking email. Or expect more unproductive days. So their options are to either A, tell you to go home, which apparently you already were at fucking home, you loser.
Shut your computer down and just go take a nap.
Yeah, they told you to just log out for the day. Essentially, they told you log out for the day, and then you go on and say, until they do this, I'm not going to do any more work. And you're essentially saying they're going to have to pay me for not doing any work. And then your company went,
that's not how it works.
Your company saw that email and went, all right, well, he's fired. Let's get somebody in that will do the job and doesn't have an issue with doing the job.
Here's the thing. You want to be noble and, I don't support these politicians that they're donating to. Fine. What you should do, and that's fine you don't like that. The adult thing to do is turn in your resignation and be like, hey, I can't work for this company because I don't believe what it stands for, blah, 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 and move on. But instead, he wanted to be a privileged asshole and be like, I'm going to not work until you fix it. And that's not how this works.
Yeah, exactly. So here's what I've been
still
thinking,
get paid.
Ladies and gentlemen. Here's what I've been thinking, and thank you to Dan Holloway for this. For those of you that may listen to Drinking Bros, I can't believe I forgot that because I listen to that motherfucking show every day. That is shameful. Anyways, he said something very, very beautiful one day on Twitter, and I'm thinking about going because I found this guy's Twitter. I'm thinking about going, Sunshine, you didn't get fired because you were what would he say? I just got fired for this email from Friday, so they're letting you know where they stand on employees, blah, blah, blah. a brown queer person was terminated on Pride Month for supporting abortion. No, you weren't terminated for supporting abortion. You were terminated for saying that if they didn't bend to your will, you were going to be unproductive more days. You were going to cost them
While
and
still
other people
collecting a paycheck.
their job while still trying to collect a paycheck.
Yeah.
You weren't being noble. You were being selfish. I don't want to hear your fucking cunt mouth.
Bitch.
I don't want to hear your cunt mouth on this subject ever again. Yeah. That is what I want to say to him.
Yes. Agreed.
Because, dude, you didn't make it about abortion. You made it about you, and you told them that you were going to be unproductive until they stopped donating to politicians that they've donated to.
Yeah, that's not.
You were
an
employee, were giving your bosses, the people who hired you to do one job, you were telling them that you weren't going to work unless they did something and bend to your will. Guess what, motherfucker? You're the working class. You don't get to fucking say that shit. You're not a rich motherfucker. When you have fuck you money, you can fucking say whatever the fuck you want. But until then, Michael fucking dumbass retard Lopez, and yeah, I said the word fucking retard, because you know what? That's for people like him. People that have issues with, maybe being, having Asperger's or maybe autism. Those are people who have a reason for their, issues. But this guy doesn't. So guess what? I'm taking that name and putting it on this moronic twit right here. I'm taking that away and putting it on this idiot because he can't fucking seem to understand that when you fucking tell your job, I'm not going to work until you do what I say, they're going to fucking fire you because guess what? They're going to go do as soon as they get that new person in. Hey, so the last person that had this job, they said that they weren't going to work unless we stopped donating to politicians that they didn't like. What do you think about that? Guess what the next person's going to say? I think that's none of my fucking business, and I can keep my mouth shut for a paycheck.
And if I don't like it bad enough, then I can
And if I don't like it, I can quit. If I don't agree with you guys, I can quit.
Which is what I would tell this Michael guy. There's other jobs. If you don't like who they're donating to,
fucking quit.
Then quit and be a man about it.
You little fucking worm. You are a worm, you little shit. You are the reason that America is fucking failing, is because little pieces of shit, peon weaklings like you.
It's entitlement.
It is fucking entitlement, you entitled little cunt. Go fuck yourself.
The world owes you absolutely nothing. Truly. So.
There you go. It doesn't. And this was the story I wanted to end on because he's a little fucking wimp. What a little bitch. Shut the fuck up, you stupid idiot. Fuck you. Fuck you. Anyways, boys and girls.
I was going to say, I love he sent out an email, like a hate email saying, they're about to fire me or they just fired me or whatever he said. It reminds me when I worked with my first corporate job. Every now and then you would get those company-wide emails of people leaving and they would be like, fuck this place. Burn it to the ground. And usually HR would catch them and they could recall those messages if they didn't make it to your mailbox in time, like you didn't open it. But every now and then one would sneak through, and those were my favorite emails.
I could see that being a good email.
Yeah.
Was that Kroger?
Yeah, it was a Kroger.
I don't mind you saying Kroger because you're not ever going back there.
I don't want to go back to Kroger. But those are my favorite emails of people being like, fuck this. And then they would be, I'm out, bitches, or whatever. It was, I think that was one. It said, I am out, bitches.
That was yours, wasn't it?
No. No, I didn't want to burn my bridge.
Oh,
but
you
if they
burned
listen
that
to this, I
motherfucking bridge.
just burned it, I guess. But
fuck you, bitches.
Fuck you, bitches.
Yeah, you did. I'd have sent that email to Kroger. They fucking sucked. They were shit. Working for corporate. That was so fucking
They
ridiculous.
were a stepping stone to what I got now, but
yeah. But anyways, boys and girls, that's it for us. Again, go check us out on WTF is this Sportscast and the Paranormal Rabbit Hole. If you like paranormal stuff or if you like sports. Also, rate and review and follow, subscribe, listen to us every fucking day that you're alive. Don't stop believing.
All right.
I was wondering if you were paying attention there.
We're throwing out journey lines. Okay.
Never stop, never stopping.
Don't stop.
Don't. We can't sing that. You can't sing that. That's already 6 seconds too long.
And
anyways, boys and girls, good night.